calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. All this designer on my body got me drip, drip. Straight up out the objects, I'm a big. If I got up, I'ma sip. I run the racks up with my queen like London and Nip. But I got rich on all these, I didn't forget back. I had to go through the struggle, I didn't forget that. I hopped inside of the Maybach and I.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and we are underway from Arrowhead. Well, now how about this return? And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. On 4th down, Fields. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5. A give right side for Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 33 yards. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now Fields. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. It's Fields. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Mike Williams from 21 yards away. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Well, that 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. Mahomes going to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I would guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. They snap it to Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. He's to the 15. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This is 1st and 10. Fields changing the play. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That is intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. Down the left sideline. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Now Fields. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. Fields. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied the
I had that at the Boo Boo for Kansas City.
Football to end this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's 1st and 10. One final try from Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.